On May 3rd, a fifth Republican, Bill Larkin, announced he won't seek re-election to the New York State Senate in November. Recently, 4 other GOP senators have made plans to retire: Tom Croce, Kathy Marchione, John DeFrancisco, and John Bonachek. This has prompted Democrats to predict they may gain control of the state Senate this coming fall. But why the sudden consecutive resignation announcements from these high-profile political figures? And what should New Yorkers expect? Here with the details is the chairman of the New York State Republican Committee, Edward F. Cox. Ed, welcome back to the program.
Jenna, good to be back again.
All right, so first let's start with these resignations that seem to keep coming one after the other. What's happening?
Well, I was just actually up with Senator Larkin on Saturday, and he's 90 years old. He's been in the state Senate for decades. He is one of the grand old men of the Senate, but 90 years old. He said this is a time to retire, and he announced his successor, Tom Basile, who actually was my first executive director of the state Republican Party. He's been getting ready for the last 9 months, and Senator Larkin told me very specifically how proud he was that he's prepared a successor to take his place. So that's what's really happening. During this midterm year is the best time for a change of the guard rather than a presidential year, and that's what's happening now. Hope may spring eternal on the Democratic side, but since the Great Depression in the 30s, 1930s, they have only controlled the Senate for 2 years, and as you will recall, that 2008-2010 period was a disaster in the Senate. Corruption, taxes raised by $14 billion. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Okay, so then all of these seats you're saying are definitely solid Republican seats.
There are obviously in the Hudson Valley. These are seats that can be contested, but in both the Larkin seat and the Bonachek seat.
Okay.
Where
I know Bonachek has a strong contender who's from the Democratic side who's pushing.
Right, but we have Annie Rabbitt, who is going to be coming up soon and be announced soon. She is a terrific county clerk of Orange County. I have the campaign with her, and she is ready to go, and we will hold on to that seat, too.
Yes, and then also I did want to turn back, though, to Senator Marchione, who said that she's going to be retiring, but she wasn't necessarily giving up politics, or at least she left the door open for perhaps...
She's interested in politics. She wants to stay in it, and she will. That is a good Republican area, as is the Syracuse seat and as is the Long Island seat.
Why is it important for the Republicans to remain in control of the state Senate?
Because Republicans want to work on a bipartisan. The Senate has always wanted to work on a bipartisan basis, representing a very good portion of New York State that needs to be represented, needs to be part of the mix. This year, the governor does not want to work on a bipartisan basis. He wants to prove that he's a great Democrat. He wants to eliminate the Republican majority just to prove that he deserves to be the nominee of his party for president of the United States. He's running for president, and that is really guiding everything that he's doing going forward. And it's not good for New Yorkers to be used as a stepping stone to the presidency.
A lot of people have been suggesting that the governor's move to the left is more because of his primary challenger, but you're saying that this is because he's running for president.
It's both.
Oh.
Primary challenger, but his national party is now the party of Bernie Sanders, who is officially a member of the Socialist Party. He is a socialist. That's the way he deems himself. And it is a party of he and the party of Elizabeth Warren. And so if he wants a nomination, he has to be acceptable to them. But that also serves him here with respect to going to the far left in order to counter the challenge by Cynthia Nixon.
Now, recently we also had on the Republican nominee for governor, Marc Molinaro. What is it exactly that the Republican Party in New York State is going to be offering voters?
The taxes in New York are the highest in the nation. The regulations are the most burdensome in the nation. The corruption in the economic development programs all around the state have been terrible. And so basically we're going to be for cutting taxes and cutting regulations and bringing jobs back to New York.
And so just to bring it back to the state Senate one more time, because there were some special elections that we recently had, and Democrats, in some cases surprisingly, some not, took those seats. Do you expect the Republicans to hold on to control of the chamber?
We have held on to it in every election. since the Great Depression in the 1930s, and except for 2 years after the 2008 election, from 2008 to that was a disaster of corruption, of confusion, of 14 billion more in taxes. I don't think New Yorkers want to have that happen again. We will hold on to the state Senate.
And perhaps gain any seats, because it is a slim margin.
No, we are contesting other seats where I think we can pick up seats, but we will keep our majority.
All right. Well, Ed Cox, it's always a pleasure to have you on the program.
Jana, it's great to talk with you.
Thank you.